Good morning, everyone. Before going to the lecture, why the strength is increasing today? Is there any effect of declaring the re-internal? 4 दिवस 2-3 दिवस झाले होते सगळे 14-15 स्टुडंट होते ना. Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
So let us go for the next example of a Green's function. In this example, instead of solving the second order differential equation, we'll solve fourth order differential equation. Instead of having the 4 constant, now we'll have 8 constant. Okay. So you can write the question. Construct the Green's function for the homogeneous boundary value problem. Construct the Green's function for homogeneous boundary value problem. Boundary value problem. You can write what is the problem for this is y4 is equal to 0, or you can write the and the conditions are y of 0, y dash of 0, y of 1, y dash of 1 or 0. So this is what the example. We have to find out, firstly we have to check whether the Green's function exists. How you are going to check the Green's function exists or not? First we have to find out the solution y. And if we are getting the trivial solution, then we can say that the Green's function exists. We can write here the given differential equation is, or you can write it as. Now, if you want to find out the solution of this equation, directly you can integrate and find the solution. Or in another way, we can write the auxiliary equation or characteristic equation r is to 4 equal to 0. When r is equal to 0, 0, 0, 0 is a repeated root. And how we can write the solution y of x is equal to, yes, what is the solution if r is to 4 is equal to 0? This is what the solution, no? Yes, remember this now from the differential equation first
Yes.
semester paper. Now you have to find out what are the values of those constants. If these are equal to 0, then we get the trivial solution, and hence the Green's function exists. For that, first we have to find out y dash so that we can use it, initial conditions. So what is the value? Okay, I will write the y dash here. Will be y dash. A is a constant term, so simply it will be plus 2cx plus 3b x square. We have to use the initial conditions. What are the conditions? Y of 0 is equal to y of 1 is equal to 0. Y dash of 0, y dash of 1 is equal to 0. You have to use this condition and find the values of A, B, C, D. First I will use y of 0 is equal to 0. This means A plus B into 0 plus C into 0 plus D into 0, which means A is equal to 0. If I use y of 1 is equal to 0, which means A plus, already A is 0, so no need to take that. Hence we get the value of B plus C plus D is equal to 0. Yes, here we have to work out for this one. Y dash of 0 is equal to 0 means B plus 0 plus 0, which ensures B is equal to 0. Let us go for the next. Y dash of 1 is equal to 0, which means B plus 2C plus 3D x square x is 1. Right? If B is equal to 0, we get 2C plus 3D equal to 0. Now we get two equations in two unknown. Already we have got the value of A and B. Substitute in these equations. So here you can substitute the value of B as 0, and hence we get C plus D equal to 0 and 2C plus 3D equal to 0. Right. So what is the value of C and D?
0. D is equal to 0.
Right. Okay, what about C? C is equal to minus D now, from the C plus D equal to 0. Whatever the value of C we are getting, that will be again the value of D. So if you say B is 0, obviously C will be 0.
Yes, C is also 0.
Okay, so hence after putting it back in our equation, in this equation we have to put all the values, and hence we get the trivial solution, which ensures that the Green's function exists. Means putting all the values of A, B, C and D all are 0. So y of x is equal to 0, we get the trivial solution, and hence which ensures that the Green's function exists. And is given by, how it is given by g of x t. Again it is divided into two intervals. Okay, now it will have four constants, right? A1, A2, A3, A4. In the interval 0 to t and t to 1 another interval. The interval 0 to t. T to 1. So we have b1 plus b2x plus b3x square plus b4x. Now what are the conditions we have to verify for the Green's function? First one, g of xt must be continuous. At x equal to t. Which means that we have to equate these two terms. G1 should be equal to G2 because it is divided into two intervals. So how to check the continuity? Here you can check you have to check the continuity at x equal to t from the left and right. And when it will be continuous when these two values are equal. I will write directly this is what a1 minus b1 plus a2 minus b2 plus a3 minus b3 plus a4 minus b4 into x cube equal to 0. First you have to equate and then you have to write this. As we are checking the continuity at x equal to t, we can write this equation as a1 minus b1 plus a2 minus b2 t plus a3 minus b3 t square at x equal to t we are checking. t4 minus b4 t cube equal to 0. We can name this as equation a1 so that we can solve this. Okay, what is the next condition? G dash or derivative of G have discontinuity of magnitude minus 1 upon P of t. Again, you can check what is highest order derivatives y raised to 4 and what is the coefficient of I raised to 4? It is 1. And hence we can write, now here we have to differentiate G2 with respect to x minus again G1 with respect to x. Z dash has discontinuity order, this one at x equal to t. So simply I will write it as minus 1 since we know what is the value of p of t. What is p of t? It is coefficient of highest order derivative. So in this case, as it is fourth order, we have to check derivative uh, that is first order as well as second order and third order. Okay, that means we have to find out d2g by dx2 also. Similarly, d3 also. G dash instead of G dash simply we have to find out the next one also d2g2 by x minus second derivative. Similarly, we have to find out the third one also d3 Okay, evaluate the derivatives and tell me. You are having the function g2 and g1. Just differentiate with respect to x first and then differentiate second order and third order.
First order is B2 plus 2B3x plus 3B4x x raised to square x square minus, hello ma'am,
Yes, yes.
minus in bracket A2 plus 2A2x plus 3A4x square is equal to minus 1.
Okay.
Second order is 2B3 plus 6B4x minus 2A2 plus 6A4x is equal to minus 1. And the third order is 6B4 minus 6A4 is equal to minus 1.
Okay. Yes, everyone getting the answers?
Yes, ma'am.
Please repeat what is about the first one. What you got?
B2 plus 2B3x
B2 plus
2B3x plus 3B4x square then minus
minus
A2 plus in
A2.
A2 minus 2A2x.
So you can take common terms, no? What you can say now, B2 minus A2 is a common here. Plus next term, can I write this as 2? 2 is also common here. I can write this as B3 minus A3. Is it okay?
Yes ma'am.
Plus 3 times, I can write this as B4 minus A4. You have to cross check whether it is correct. Since as it is minus 1, I can take this common term. Is it okay now?
Yes ma'am.
Which is equal to, I can write this as a minus 1. Hello?
Yes,
Yes
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, tell me the second one.
2B3 minus A3
2 times B3 minus
3 minus
A3
A3 plus 6
plus
plus 6 times
6.
B4 minus A4
Okay.
into x
Into x, which is
is
equal to
equal to
minus 1.
minus 1.
This is what the third equation. The last one, the third order derivative.
6 times B4 minus A4.
So here, from here on, you can write 6b4 minus a4 equal to minus 1. This is what the fourth equation. Actually, now we have to find out the values of a1, a2, a3, a4, b1, b2, b3, b4. The two different interval as we have written. So totally, as we have 8 constant, we should have 8 equations. 8 equation in 8 constant, then we can solve. So after now we are getting only 4 equations. What is the next step? Third condition is g of xt must satisfy the boundary conditions. Okay, g of xt must satisfy the boundary condition. Now we have to check how to write this. Since it is in the first interval, the 0 is there, so we can write the first condition, that is y of 0 and y dash of 0. We can write for g1, and y of 1 and y dash of 1 we have to write for the g2. Okay. What are the conditions? Y of 0 is equal to y dash of 0 is equal to 0. And in another one, y of 1 is equal to y dash of 1 is equal to 0. So this condition will be true for G1 and this is for G2. So we can write this as G1 of 0t is equal to, wherever you have x, you have to put it as 0. Similarly, G1 dash of 0t is equal to 0. And here G2 of 1t equal to 0 and G2 dash of 1t equal to 0. So now again we get the 4 equations. Already we have 4 equations to solve. Here also we get the 4 equations. Now let us write down G1 of 0t. What will be the resultant? This is what A1 plus A2. X is 0, right? So what I get from this equation G1 of 0t? A1, A2,
A1 equal to
and
0.
A. So directly I will write this as A1 is equal to 0. Now we have to first find out the derivative of G1, that is G1 dash, which will be equal to A2 plus 2 times A3x plus 3 times A4x square. Is it correct, the derivative?
Yes, ma'am.
Which is equal to 0, and actually we have to put up the value of x equal to 0, and hence we get A2 equal to 0. Right, using this G1 dash of 0t equal to 0, we get A2 equal to 0. Correct? Now let us evaluate G2 of 1t. This is what B1 plus B2 x plus B3 x square plus B4 x cube equal to 0. So if I put 1, we get B1 plus B2 plus B3 plus B4 equal to 0. You can name this as say equation number 5, and this is 6, this is 7th one. Next G2 dash we have to evaluate, so it is what B2 plus 2 times B3x plus 3B4 x square equal to 0. After putting 1, we get it is, we have to use this condition G2 dash. So it will be equal to B2 plus 2B3 plus 3B4 equal to 0. This is what the 8th equation. So totally we have 8 equations and 8 unknown. Out of them we have got the value of A1 and A2 also. So go back to your equations, wherever you have A1, A2, you can put it as 0 and we can simplify the equations. Here also you can see the value of A2 is there. Here also we can put a value of A1 and A2 0, and we can evaluate these equations. Okay. So to simplify this, what we will do, whatever the first, second, third and fourth equation we have, this is in the form of A1 minus B1. This is also in the form of B2 minus A2 like this. Okay. The first equation we will convert in the form of B1 minus A1. If I take a negative sign outside, it will not affect since on the right hand side we have equal to 0. So I can write this as B1 minus A1 plus B2 minus A2 plus B3 minus A3 plus B4 minus A4. Okay, what you do, we can rewrite the equation 1, 2, 3 and 4 as, we can write here, rewriting equation 1, 2, 3 and 4 by substituting B1 minus A1 as some constant C1, B2 minus A2 as C2, B3 minus A3 is equal to C3, B4 minus A4 equal to C4. Using the since A1, A2, B1, B2 all are constant, to simplify this we have written. Okay. So let me write these equations. It will be of the form C1 plus C2t plus C3t square plus C4t cube equal to 0. The first equation. The next equation C2 plus 2C3 plus TC4. C2 plus 2C3 plus TC4 equal to 0. 2C3 plus 6C4T. Since all of we are evaluating at x equal to t, so last equation, that is equation 4, 6, evaluate will be 6C4 equal to minus 1. Is it okay? Simply I have written the equations once again by substituting the values of A1, A2, B1, B2. Using this equation, try to evaluate and tell me the answers of A1, A2, B1, B2 all in the next lectures. Okay, sorry, actually there is one small mistake here. What we have to do, we have to check the continuity of G at G, G dash, G double dash, and we have to check this condition. Okay, discontinuity at only this point and continuity at this, so this will not be minus, it will be equal to 0 simply. So these equations become, here it will be equal to 0, only there will be things for the last equation equal to minus 1. We have to check the continuity at G, G dash, G double dash and discontinuity at the third order. So firstly you have to write down these equations and try to solve these equation. Considering the next equation, what are the equation? A1, A2 both are 0. Next, what are the equation we have got? B1, B2, B3, B4 equal to 0. Next, B2 plus 2B3 plus 3B4 equal to 0. So totally now we have these equations. Try to solve. First you have to solve this equation. 4 equation in 4 unknown. That is C1, C2, C3, C4. Okay, here you can get the value of C4 directly as a minus 1 upon 6. Substituting the value of C4 here, you get the value of a C3. Let us solve. So what I get the value of a C3 is after substituting C4 is equal to minus 1 upon 6, 2 C3 plus 6 times C4 is minus 1 upon 6 into T equal to 0. So with the help of this, I can get the value of C3 equal to pi NR value C3.
T by 2.
Make a bracket for this. You can name this as equation 1, 2. Next, if we have to substitute the value of C3 and C4 in the next equation. What is the equation? C2 plus 2 C3T plus 3 C4 T square. So evaluating that, I will get the value of C2 as minus T square by 2. Next, we get the value of C1. Substituting C2, C3, C4 in the above equation, we get the value of a C1 as T cube by 6. Now resubstitute the value of C1, C2, C3, C4. What is the C1 we have substituted? It is B1 minus A1 now. So B1 minus A1 we got it is T cube by 6. Next we got the value of B2, C2 is B2 minus A2 equal to minus T cube, sorry, T square by 2. B3 minus A3 is T by 2. Next B4 minus A4 we got is minus 1 upon 6. Okay, now here we have the value of A1, A2. What is the value of A1 and A2? Both are 0. So directly we get the value of B1 and B2. No doubt it is somewhat lengthy, but it is easy. You can write here we have the value of A1 and A2 are 0. Hence we get B1, B2. Okay. So how many values we got? A1, A2, B1, B2. Now use these values of A1, A2, B1, B2 in the above equations. Where you can use? Here you can use. Okay. Here you have B1, B2. Substitute the value of B1, B2 in these two equations and you can get the values of B3 and B4. This is what the equation we have to solve. B2, B3, B4. Okay, use these values of V1, V2 here. And you can get the relation in between B4 and B3, and hence you can solve it to get the values of B3 and B4. Solve these two equations substituting this and tell me the value of B3 and B4. Okay, getting the value of B3 and B4.
B4 is t cube upon 3 minus t square upon 2.
Cube by 3 minus t square by 2. Correct. Okay,
And
B3 I. बोला.
minus t cube upon 3. But minus t cube upon 2.
Plus t square should be there, no? For B3.
Yes, plus t
Is
square. Sure.
correct.
Okay.
So in this way, how many values we get? A1, A2, B1, B2, B3, B4. Simply we have to evaluate to find out the value of A3 and A4. Okay, do it for homework and tell me tomorrow what are the values of A1, A2, A3 and A4, and tell me the function g of xt also. Okay, after substituting all the values of A1, A2, A3, A4, B1, B2, B3, B4 in the g of xt. Okay, thank you, and you can leave the meeting. Do it for the homework, all the values you have to calculate. I hope everyone is solving this.